The man charged with shooting and killing Columbus police officer Stephen Smith could get the death penalty. Today, the Franklin County Prosecutor announced that death penalty indictment against Lincoln Rutledge, who is charged with Smith's murder, as well as the attempted murder of 4 other officers. Smith was killed during a standoff in Clintonville, and that is where NBC4's Ted Hart is live tonight with new details about what happened that night. Ted?
Well, Colleen, the apartment building here on California Avenue in Clintonville remains boarded up. It's kind of a sad and ugly reminder of what happened here 2 months ago. But today, the criminal case did take a step forward, and we learned some new details about what was going on inside the apartment that night. Lincoln Rutledge will be back in court this Friday to be arraigned on a new 11-count indictment that includes charges of aggravated murder with death penalty specifications. It was from this back bedroom that Lincoln Rutledge fired shots out this window at the SWAT vehicle, including the shot that struck and killed Officer Smith. But we now know he also fired shots into the floor back here, as well as over down this hallway, firing shots at officers who'd broken into the basement to turn off the utilities.
The bullet went through the floorboard.
Prosecutor Ron O'Brien says one of the rounds fired narrowly missed a SWAT officer's neck.
At least one of the bullets that went through the floorboard entered some of the clothing and the vest of one of the officers that were in the basement.
So the grand jury indicted Rutledge not only for the aggravated murder of Officer Smith, but also on multiple counts of attempted murder and felonious assault against the 4 other SWAT officers there that night. O'Brien says the law is clear about crimes against police officers.
A police officer or law enforcement officer in the course of duty is the most serious kind of homicide that can be committed because they are out there trying to protect all the rest of us.
And coming up at 6, we'll talk to the owner of this building, how this has impacted him and his description of what happened here that night. Live in Clintonville, Ted Hart, NBC4.
Thank you for that update, Ted. Now, that shooting happened on April 10th. Officer Stephen Smith died 2 days later. On April 19th, hundreds of fellow officers and well-wishers attended Smith's funeral in a huge display of support. On May 11th, Smith's name was engraved onto the fallen officer's monument at Genoa Park. We're going